This is my part 2 of my Zoro's eye reveal prediction. I don't know whether Zoro's eye was damaged when he received that wound/scar over his eyelid, but I know that he received that scar during training with Mihawk. Mihawk's eye could help us guess Zoro's eye. I want to bring to your attention Mihawk's eye. Perhaps that'll help us guess what new powers Zoro has. As a swordsman, it seems Zoro's ability to perceive is critical to winning fights. By perceive, I refer specifically to the ability to find weakness in a person's physical combat technique during a battle. Of course, a swordsman in One Piece must also be able to bypass the defenses of devil fruit uses too. Zoro has used the senses to perceive flaws in his opponents before, Mr. 1, in Arabasta Arcade. I believe that Zoro and Mihawk both have a unique type of power of their own in their eyes, similar to how Sanji has a unique type of power in his legs. In One Piece, individuals are given nicknames which gives us hints about their power. For example, Sengoku, the Buddha, had a devil fruit which enabled him to turn into a golden Buddha statue. Diamond Joza can turn any part of his body into diamonds. Marco, the Phoenix, has a fruit which enables him to become a phoenix. Firefist, Ace has the power to manipulate flames. You get the point. Mihawk cannot be simply a swordsman. I am confident that his eyes have powers which are yet to be revealed. The cut over Zoro's eyelid is, in my opinion, a plot device, which Oda is using to divert attention away from Zoro's eye, leading most people to speculate that Zoro is missing his eye. I don't believe Mihawk's 7-foot sword, Kakuto Yaru, will leave only a tiny cut. We have seen the power of Mihawk's slashes. He can literally destroy icebergs with the air of his lazy sword swings. Also, I believe Mihawk has such mastery of his abilities that he wouldn't even hurt a fly unless he meant to hurt that fly. Mihawk was training Zoro to be the next greatest swordsman, not trying to weaken him. So, what power is Zoro concealing beneath that supposedly eyeless eyelid? Haki, a unique type of color of observation. A new power unrelated to Haki. Zoro probably has not learned how to use this power fully, hence why he keeps his eye closed, and he has not even awakened power in his other eye. In time, I do not believe Zoro would keep his eye closed. He will be like Mihawk. I am assuming Oda will give Zoro his own unique eye instead of giving Zoro a Hawkeye. I'm guessing this power would be a perfect fit with Zoro's personality and abilities. I've been thinking it could have a shark or demon theme. Zoro gets new swords and final swords of the series versus the elders and Miyawaki. What will his swords be? What do you want them to be? What do you think? Sandaikaitsu's sword is one of the favorite swords of One Piece fans and one of the most mysterious due to his curse. Thus it is very possible that Zoro will find the other Takaitsu along his journey. Now some facts about the swords. 1. The curse indicates that Kaitsu swords can be used from everyone. 2. It is said by the samurai at Thriller Bark that the swords can choose their wielder. 3. Kaitsu was declared by Zoro as a problem child, meaning it needs to cut everything or likes blood, something like Zoro's philosophy. Read the trivia in the link above too. 4. It is said to be cursed, and will bring a horrible death to all of its owners. But how and why? I will explain. The first theory is about a sword that seems like Shodai Kaitsu. It seems like a Kaitsu sword because of the sword handle, the size of the sword, the hilt, and crossguard, the thing that protects your hands on the sword, the metal that separates the blade from the hilt. I don't know how to say it in English. Also I presume it is Shodai, and not Nindei, because it has a wooden sheath. That sword is kept by one of the Gorosei, 5 elders. First image, Sandai Kaitsu. Second image, Shodai Kaitsu chapter 233 page 15. Third image, Shodai Kaitsu chapter 594. I hope you see the similarities. So Zoro will defeat him and take the sword. Second theory is about an ability of the sword itself. I mean, we still don't know how it kills his wielder, so here goes my theory. What if the sword uses an ability similar to Conqueror's Haki and Choice? 1. Intimidates the enemies that their will to fight is lower than the wielder. 2. They fear the outcome or anything. 3. Their willpower is much lower than the user. 4. Their power is a lot weaker than the user. As a result, if one of the two, meaning the user and the enemies, outweighs one of those, the sword makes them faint, like Conk Haki, and consequently they are dead by their enemies. That's why the previous users were killed, because they hadn't the will to get stronger and overpass their enemies. I know that goes a little far, but there are swords with many abilities, and also we haven't seen Indai and Shodai Kaitsu. Maybe Sandai is too weak to see something like that. Another theory concerns the strongest sword in the world. It is already known that Yoru, the sword that Dracul Mahawk carries, is the strongest weapon that exists in the pirate world. It is obvious and easy to understand that the best swordsman in the world should carry the strongest weapon. Also, it is obvious that Zoro won't take Yoru because it is two-handed sword. So what if a legendary sword is missing from the pirate world now? Third theory. My point is that Kaitsu had constructed only one sword, a legendary one. And because its power was incredibly feared, he divided its power to 3 different swords. The Shodai, Nindai, Sandai Kaitsu. Thus each one of them carry a part of the initial sword and its power. So Zoro is going to obtain all 3 swords and reconstruct the legend.